Okay, this is better. Okay, great. Let's play some FSX. I haven't played it in so long. I'm just wondering. Okay, this is better. Okay, great. Let's play some FSX. Oh yes, you can hear this. Okay, great. Okay, so India, I guess that's how to pronounce the name. What plane do you want to fly? Or do you want me to fly today? I don't know why you can't hear me, but that's kind of weird. We can just start by flying this. I mean, I've been playing it so long. Let's do it. They don't have the 777 in this game. Sorry. It's a little too late. We're gonna be flying the CRJ, I think. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I think we need to change some graphics settings pretty quickly. No, not... Oh, did I close the game? Oh, I closed the game. What am I doing? Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Okay, yeah, I should have came a little more prepared for this. I'm very sorry, and I apologize. What have I done? Oh yeah, there's a 737. Yeah, you can fly the 737 if you want. It's pretty cool. Oh wait, it's right here. Okay, okay, let's just quickly... We're not gonna do graphics. Okay. Oh, I forgot to set our spawn. Okay, here is our mouse here. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, I'm not getting the hang of this. Okay, so gear up. Okay, we're the 737.
Don't sink.
I'm kind of used to these.
Don't sink.
Let's try to land first of all at that airport, which is right up there. Where are we? Okay, I need to remember the controls. Okay, we're overspeeding. Oh wait, that's wrong. So you should get PFX. No, it's F8 and F7. Okay. Okay, so F7. Yeah. See that flaps meter right there? That's gauging the amount of flaps we have. Okay, so let's put a little more flaps on. Actually, isn't too high. Usually for MFS 2020, I play on a controller. Yeah, I don't have a yoke. But right now I'm playing. Oh, hi Ram. How you doing? Right now I'm playing on mouse yoke. I keep getting confused for PGFS though, because the controls are inverted. Can I
Sync rate.
throttle? I guess it is.
Sync rate.
Anyway.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Pull up. Pull up.
Doing good.
Sync rate.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Yeah, I know.
Sync rate.
Is there anything I can do about the throttle?
Sync rate.
So
Sync rate.
I don't think it's working.
Sync rate.
So let's
Sync
try
rate.
not to die.
Sync rate. Pull up.
Do what I have to do.
Pull up. Sync rate.
Brakes. Okay, what is happening? Should we go around? Yeah. Okay. We probably should have gone around a little earlier. I can't figure out if fly flaps. No flaps will change. Oh no. Yes. Professionally flying. Yeah, I haven't played FSX for a while, so we're probably gonna have to. I probably will have to get used to it. Outside. Wait, I forget the control. Oh wait, F12. No. F9 is Cockpit. Yeah, F9 is Cockpit, F11 is outside. There we go. Okay, we figured out. And then you switch more to this. Yes, hard landing. Yeah, hard landing. That's the way to say it. Okay, we're gonna. Let me just see if my. Oh yeah, so that doesn't. Yeah, okay, I can hear it slowing down. Okay. Let's flaps. That's flaps 0. Okay, flaps. Okay. Wow. Rib mouse. Yes, that is so true. Usually I'd be flying MFS 2020, but as you can see, I had to reinstall it. So yes, definitely rip mouse yoke. Oh no, what is happening? Okay, pause. Okay, we're gonna start turning around. Okay. We're a little low. Guys, there's the turn. down, we're high, so. We're also fast. Jeez. Oh my god. What's speed brake? There it is. That's speed brake. We're at 300 knots. I believe the next time. FSX isn't too bad. Actually, it isn't. Okay, let's disengage our speed brake. Oh wow. I always forget. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take care of my little brother. Yeah. Always professionally flying. You know what I mean? Okay. I think we're ready to land. The physics are a lot different in this game compared to FSX, but we are flying with the mouse code. Okay, we need some left rudder. Except I don't know what the
Sync
rudder
rate.
equals.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Okay, landing speed seems good. Not so stable. Okay, we need a little more speed. Going up doesn't help that. We're coming in on the side.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Oh no. What the heck did... I think something went wrong instead, but we are back. Alright, I think we should do an actual flight. Okay. I think my thing lagged off for a second. You still there, Angio? Okay, one second, just need to make sure. Okay, well, we're gonna do a flight, so, yeah. Multiplayer, I guess. Or do you want to just go multiplayer? Not too much. Let it kind of wish I'd explained. That'd be pretty cool, but sadly, no. Okay. Okay, this is runway 7. Nobody really takes off runway 7 in real life. I am playing the old version. This is the old version, but the new version is updating. Sorry about that. I wish it wasn't updating, otherwise I'd be playing it, but you know, I had to reinstall and it is, so. Okay, but let's just play, you know? I realized I accidentally showed Discord a little bit, but... By the way, tomorrow, well, actually not tomorrow, but Friday, I might be playing with a fan, which is really exciting for me. Like, we're gonna be playing PTFS Roblox, but you probably just want to see me flying right now and stop talking, so I will do that. Alright, so we are taking off with runway 7. Runway 7, yeah. Let's just quickly check the outside view. Flaps already set. Look at this. This cockpit doesn't seem like the best looking one, especially compared to FS 2020, but let's go. Full power takeoff. So right over, you'd be able to see, I'm showing it, but there is downtown right over there, and then Santa Monica Airport's right behind there. Like, I'm sure I could even find it on Tower KSMO. You see this? Tower KSMO. So this is what it looks like from Santa Monica Airport. Santa Monica Airport actually looks decent in this game. But yeah, so this is Santa Monica Airport. Let's get back to flying. Okay, now let's try to use thing is, I have no controls currently. Let's just turn on our yoke again. Yeah, we should probably here, let me fix that. Hold on 1 second. Actually, no, I can't fix that right now. I'd have to end the stream and restart. Oh, sorry about the lag. Yeah, sharp turn, indeed. Sharp turn, indeed. I told you not to criticize my flying skills, but it's kind of needed. Okay. If you weren't here for when I was talking about landing at San Monica Airport, well, I am. But I'm landing at San Monica Airport, and you might have seen some of my videos about it. I'm gonna make one in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Okay,
Pull
speed brakes
up.
have been deployed.
Pull up.
Oh, lag has been initiated.
Pull up.
Oh no, oh no. We're not
Pull
making
up.
this. No.
Don't sink. Don't
Maybe
sink.
we are, maybe we are. And on the touchdown zone. Brakes. No way, what? Can we stop? No way. No way. Screenshot. This is a screenshot. That's a screenshot. That's a screenshot for sure. Okay, not sure how successful it was, but we have landed at Santa Monica Municipal Airport. Oh my god. Wow. People are gonna be so confused. To a vlog, okay. A live vlog? I might actually do that at Santa Monica Airport. Like, I might go to Santa Monica Airport and live stream it. That'd be kind of cool. Actually, you know what? I can't. Because, you have to have, like, a lot of subscribers to do, like, a live stream off your phone. Wow. Okay. What is this? Okay, well, I don't know what we have done. Oh yeah, we've been into sleep mode. Okay, that was actually pretty cool. We did it. Oh, I just have to quickly respond. Thanks. Okay, I'll just say thank you. I appreciate it a lot, though. Very nice. We just have to get back to the doing stuff. If I can find the doing stuff. There it is. Okay. Do you want to do some missions? That'd be a good idea. I mean, I'm happy we have successfully done what we've just done. Okay, let's start at the beginning. Sure. Oh, actually, no, I hate this. I don't. I'm sorry. Let's do the first jet flight. Transitioning to jets. There we go. Actually, like, here, jet. Okay. Thanks for watching, by the way. Thanks for still being here.
This flight is just a quick 35-mile repositioning from Edinburgh to Glasgow without any passengers on board. A good opportunity to get you checked out on the Bombardier CRJ 700. You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. While we're waiting in line for takeoff, I'll explain a few things. Flying a modern jet isn't really all that different from flying a small prop plane. There are just a handful of key differences. The first thing you'll notice is how different the instrument panel looks. Instead of many small, round mechanical instruments, there are just a few computer screens. Most of the information is the same, but the presentation is different.
Road travel 221, full short runway is right, traffic on 747 on final.
This is
Holding
my
short,
first
right,
mission,
world
and
travel
it was
221.
my favorite mission.
That call was for another aircraft. We're Orbit 526. I'll handle the radios during this flight, so don't worry if you miss anything. I'll tell you what to do. The display on the left is the primary flight display, or PFD. It combines multiple instruments into one display. The blue and brown section in the middle of the PFD is an attitude indicator. The vertical tape on the left side shows airspeed, and the tape on the right side shows altitude. At the bottom in the middle is a horizontal situation indicator, which shows heading, and to the right of that is a vertical speed indicator. Glass displays like these take some time to get used to, but once you get the hang of it, you'll love them. The display to the right of the PFD is the navigation display, which shows a top-down view of the aircraft's position relative to navigational aids and the flight planned route. You can change how the map looks by using the format and range knobs on the left side of the panel. Try it now if you want to.
You don't really need anything. I don't.
Okay, the third display is the engine indicates the crew alerting system, or ICAS. The default page shows engine information, gear and flap positions, fuel quantity, and warning and caution messages. You can scroll through the different ICAS screens by clicking the up and down buttons at the bottom of the display. Each screen provides information about a different aircraft system. You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick.
I'm not even.
For this flight, keep the engine gauges showing on the ICAS. The top gauges are labeled N1. As we fly, I'll give you suggested thrust settings. Use your joystick throttle lever or the F2 and F3 keys to move the N1 needles to the settings I suggest. You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. The rows of buttons and knobs just below the windshield is the mode control panel for the autopilot. We won't be using the autopilot on this flight, so don't worry about any of that for now.
We aren't using autopilot.
A big difference between jets and piston aircraft is that in a jet, the engines take a while to spool up. This means that if you add or reduce thrust, there will be a slight delay before your action has any effect. This fact, combined with the jet's higher speed, means that you need to plan ahead.
World Travel 221, taxi into position and hold.
Position and hold. World Travel 221.
Jets have flaps just like piston aircraft. They're used during takeoff and landing to increase both lift and drag. Lower the flaps to 20 degrees for takeoff now by pressing the F7 key 3 times. You can see the flap indicator on the ICAS.
Right there. I
Orbit
haven't played
526,
FSX
full
in so
short,
long.
runway
I'm
6
playing
right.
mouse yoke, but this is so
We'll
great.
hold short 6 right, orbit 526. Okay, follow the 737 ahead of us, but hold short of the runway. Release the brakes by pressing the period key and apply some thrust to get us going.
Or it's pilot. No, it's orbit. Oh, okay, let's taxi.
You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick.
Sorry, bro.
You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick.
That's just how FSX works when you use mouse yoke. You just have to steer the yoke.
Good. Stop here. One last thing. During the takeoff roll, I'll call out 4 speeds. When I call 80 knots, glance at your airspeed tape to verify it's moving and indicating approximately the same speed as mine. When I call V1, it means we're at the speed where we're committed to taking off, because there isn't enough runway to stop at that point. When I say rotate, gently pull back on the stick and rotate the nose into the air. Finally, I'll call V2 when we reach the minimum safety speed at which we can safely climb on just one engine if there's a failure.
World Travel 221, winds calm, clear for takeoff.
Okay, we should be able
World
to,
Travel 221, rolling.
start going any second, even though we don't have clearance yet, but... Actually, no, this is...
Orbit 526, taxi into position and hold.
Yep, holding short of runway.
Position and hold, orbit 526. Okay, we're cleared to taxi onto the runway, but not to take off yet. Taxi ahead and turn right onto the runway. Stop once you're on the runway and lined up with the center line.
Just gonna have to, these brakes are kind of on and off.
You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick.
Bro, you said that so
Press Shift 5 to display the overhead panel and turn on the landing light by clicking the switch in the lower left corner. Then press Shift 5 again to close the overhead.
It's not how we do it.
You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. Before we take off, let's review exactly what will happen. You'll control the aircraft, I'll handle the radios. I'll call out 80 knots, V1, rotate, and V2. When I say rotate, gently pull back on the stick to raise the nose to 15 degrees nose up on the primary flight display. I'll tell you to retract the landing gear once we're climbing. Once we reach 1,000 feet above the runway, I'll tell you to pitch down to 10 degrees nose up and to raise the flaps so we can accelerate. Our initial climb will be to our cruise altitude of 6,000 feet, and the departure controller will probably tell us to make a left turn to the west. I'll let you know when to turn.
Orbit 526, winds are calm, runway 6 right, clear for takeoff.
6 right,
Cleared for takeoff, orbit 526. All right, we're cleared to go.
Okay,
When you're ready, use the throttle lever on your joystick or press the F3 key to add thrust. Start with 50% N1. Let the engine stabilize and then increase thrust to 100%.
Okay, here it is, guys. Taking off. Airspeed live. 80 knots.
80 knots. V1. Rotate. Slowly pitch up to 15 degrees.
Okay,
V2.
positive brake gear up.
Positive rate, gear up. Raise the landing gear by pressing the G key.
Orbit 526, contact departure.
Orbit 526, switching. Okay, move the stick to adjust pitch to 10 degrees nose up on the primary flight display, and raise the flaps. Reduce thrust to about 80% N1 to keep our speed below 250 knots. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Edinburgh departure, Orbit 526 with you, climbing to 6,000.
Orbit 526, roger. Orbit 526, turn left, heading 270.
Left to 270, orbit 526. Okay, it's time for the turn. Make a nice easy left turn until our heading is 270 degrees. That's due west. Let's run through the after takeoff checklist. Landing gear, up. Flaps, up. Thrust set to 80% N1 for the climb. After takeoff checklist complete. Level off at 6,000 feet and reduce thrust to about 60% N1. That should give us about 250 knots. We'll stay low on this short flight, so don't exceed 250 knots and keep the landing lights on. This is standard practice below 10,000 feet.
Yeah, I forgot. You can't go faster than 250 knots if you're below 10,000. Landing lights on? I don't
Orbit
know.
526, resume own navigation.
I didn't even turn them on.
Resume own navigation, orbit 526. All right, we've been told to resume our own navigation. This means the controller will no longer be giving us vectors, and we should follow our filed flight plan.
Are we like VFR
Our
or
flight plan
something?
route takes us to a point that will line us up for an approach to Glasgow's runway 23, which is currently the active runway. You can use the mission compass to navigate to that point, or you can follow our flight plan on the map page of the navigation display. The pink line on the screen is the path we should be following.
Wow, our airspeed is pretty much perfect.
We're above our assigned altitude. Descend to 6,000 feet.
My bad. Okay. Are you sure we're supposed to be going on the pink line? Yeah, landing lights aren't so necessary. They just help people see, you know?
Don't exceed 250 knots below 10,000 feet.
What? Are the police gonna come get us? Okay, never mind. I guess we have to go to here. Just make a steep turn. Actually, like this one.
Orbit 526. Contact Glasgow approach on 119.1.
No, I don't have a
Orbit
yoke.
526 switching. Thanks.
Actually, I do. I have my
Glasgow approach. Orbit
homemade
526 with you.
joystick. I do have my homemade
Orbit
joystick.
526,
I wouldn't
Glasgow
really
approach.
count that,
Good
though.
morning.
If you wanna
Reduce
see it,
speed
it's,
to
I think it's
210
on
knots.
the,
Expect vectors for the visual approach. Runway 23 at Glasgow. Glasgow altimeter 29902.
Slowing to 210 and we'll expect the visual for runway 23, orbit 526. Bring the thrust back to about 50% N1, then adjust it to maintain 210 knots. Since the weather's good, the controller will line us up with the runway and give us clearance to proceed to the airport visually once we have the runway in sight.
Visual approach, okay.
Orbit 526, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, orbit 526. Okay, we've got clearance to descend to 3,000 feet. Reduce thrust to idle and gently push forward on the stick to take us down. Pitch to about 7 degrees nose down to maintain 210 knots as we descend.
Yeah, I'm using mouse here. Usually I use an Xbox controller for Microsoft Flight Simulator 20, but it's okay. So yeah, that's why I'm playing this game. 3,000, right? Yeah. By the way, guys, thank you so much for watching right now. Thank you especially to Angio, because like you're always watching everything since yesterday, or since Monday. By the way, if you guys want to fly with me in any game that I have,
Okay, level off here at 3,000 feet and bring the thrust back up to about 50% N1 to maintain 210 knots.
okay, what was it? I didn't remember. Is there playing FSX? No, I'm just not FSX. It's actually a really good game. This is my first flight simulator ever, so. I mean, it was pretty much I only have 2 flight sims, and they're both Microsoft Flight Simulator. This and the 2020 version. Okay, let's climb and maintain 3,000.
Orbit 526, reduce speed to 180 knots.
Slowing to 180, orbit 526. Okay, now reduce thrust a bit to slow to 180 knots. Pull back on the stick a bit to keep the nose from dropping. Maintain 3,000 feet as you slow down.
Well, I mean, we're kind of at 0 thrust. Not idle. It's like, look at my indicator though. All the way down at the bottom. I can't lower it anymore. I'm sorry. But
Press F7 twice to lower the flaps to 8 degrees. The flaps will slow us down, so bring the thrust back up to about 60% N1 so we maintain 180 knots.
hey. Oh, you can hear my Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 noise in the background. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah. Okay, by the way, I don't think I'll be able to stream tomorrow.
Orbit
Saturday,
526, turn left heading 230, vectors for the visual approach runway 23, report the runway in sight.
Left to 230, looking for the runway, orbit 526. Here we go. Turn left to 230 degrees. We should see the runway straight ahead once we roll out.
Oh, wait, there's literally a marker, so we don't even need to find it.
Okay, I see the runway. Approach, orbit 526 has the runway in sight.
Orbit 526, cleared visual approach runway 23.
Cleared for the visual, orbit 526. Reduce thrust to idle and begin descending towards the runway. Lower the landing gear by pressing G and lower full flaps as we slow down. Press F7 3 times. In a large aircraft like this, the speed you land at changes depending on how heavy you are. At our current weight, our final approach speed will be 130 knots. Adjust thrust to maintain 130 knots as we descend toward the runway.
526, contact tower on 118.8.
Switching to tower now, orbit 526. Thanks. Glasgow Tower, orbit 526 with you on the visual approach for runway 23.
Orbit 526, Glasgow Tower, you're number 1. Cleared to land, runway 23. Wind calm.
Clear to land, orbit 526. We're cleared to land, so let's run through the before landing checklist. It's a short one. Landing gear, down.
Oh.
Flaps,
Oh,
set to
you're
45
always-
degrees.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Landing checklist complete. Continue descending. Once we're about 50 feet over the runway, reduce thrust to idle and pull back on the stick slightly to touch down on the main wheels first. Then slowly lower the nose.
Other words, flare. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's just really hard to fly plane. Okay, your comments. Okay, but yeah. Okay, this is it. I need to be serious. Okay, full focus is now going into this. So. Got perfect airspeed. Maintain it though. Little sideways. Come on, we got this. Idle throttle. Engine flare.
You're over controlling. Use less pressure on the stick.
Butter, butter, butter.
You're over controlling. Use less pressure on the stick.
Perfect, but it was good. It's a good landing. Now the lag.
Nice landing.
Orbit 526, turn left next taxiway and contact ground on 121.7.
Okay.
Ground on 121.7, orbit 526. Turn left on the next taxiway. Once you're clear of the runway, stop, retract the flaps, and turn off the landing lights.
Kinda slow. Here's next taxiway. Let's see what taxiway is. Taxiway Delta. Okay. Well, I think
Glasgow ground, orbit 526, clear of 23.
Orbit 526, taxi to the gate, follow the 737 on the taxiway all the way to the runway.
We'll follow the 37, orbit 526. Okay, just follow that 737 on the taxiway. He's going to the same ramp, just a different gate.
I don't see the 747 or 737. Deal with that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna end the stream once I get to my gate. Oh, there he is, the 737 is up there. Okay. Yeah, now it's taxi time, you know? This will be a good taxi review, you know? Somehow our yoke steers are, oh no.
Make a right turn into
Yeah,
this
I know.
area. Our gate is the last one on the right side. You're over controlling. Use less pressure on the stick.
Okay.
You're over controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. There's our gate at the end. Pull out to the jetway and stop.
I don't see it.
You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick.
Oh, we were supposed to turn back here.
You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. You're over-controlling. Use less pressure on the stick. Stop here. Excellent job.
There we go. Okay. Well, thank you for watching, especially Angio. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna end the stream. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Especially you, Angio. So, hopefully that's how I pronounce your